Hello and welcome to Newsfeed on Trust TV. My name is Dorcas Yakubu Zallah, bringing you trending stories that people are talking about and sharing around the globe today, and also their opinions on such issues. Old 1,000 naira, 500 naira, and 200 naira notes remain valid, CBN reiterates. Report says Nigeria repays $1.22 billion to IMF in 9 months. Find home where you are posted, NYSC DG tells core members. South Korean lawmakers impeach President Yoon over martial law bid. Now, top on what's trending, the Federal Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has reiterated that all versions of the naira, including the old and new designs of 1,000 naira, 500 naira, and 200 naira denominations, as well as the commemorative and previous designs of the 100 naira denomination, remain valid and continue to be legal tender without any deadline. The CBN, in a statement signed by its acting director, Corporate Communications, CD Ali Hakama, noted that the reiteration is to address misinformation regarding the validity of the old 1,000 naira, 500 naira, and 200 naira banknotes currently in circulation. The Apex Bank advised the public to disregard any claims that the old series of the aforementioned banknotes will cease to be legal tender on December 31st, 2024. Now to the reactions. The first one is from a user with the name Biggest Nasco, and it says, both the old and the new bank notes, I don't have it now. Next one is from one Moses O2 official. Let the old and new naira notes keep flowing. As a nation, nothing stops us from using two different Nigeria currency notes. The last reaction on this story says, but Supreme Court ruled that it shall stop on December 31st. Our laws no carry weight again, no. Still talking about the CBN, the Central Bank of Nigeria has announced that it will slam a fine of 150 million naira per branch on deposit money banks found guilty of facilitating the illegal flow of mint naira notes to currency hawkers and the unscrupulous agents. The Apex Bank disclosed this in a circular issued on Friday, December 13, 2024, signed by the acting director of the Currency Operations Department, Muhammad Olayemi. The circular revealed that the CBN is concerned about the increasing prevalence of mint naira notes being traded by hawkers, a practice the bank described as impeding efficient and effective cash distribution to customers and the general public. The circular, which referred to an earlier directive dated November 13, 2024, highlighted the Apex Bank's determination to address the commodification of the naira. Under the directive, any branch of a financial institution found culpable will face a penalty of 150 million naira for the first violation. To ensure compliance, the Apex Bank stated that it will increase periodic spot checks in banking halls and ATMs while deploying mystery shoppers to uncover illicit cash hawking spots across the country. Now, responding to that, a netizen said, was there a provision for old notes? CBN should address why it's making old notes scarce in the money market. Some businesses rely on physical cash for transactions. It costs 200 to 300 naira to possess 5,000 naira cash. Why is the policy always to affect and frustrate people? Do we have to suffer for almost everything? Well, I'm still researching why this is so. Next is from one Bros Deji, and it says, be calm, be calm. Try to understand things. There are many issues, and what you just read is one of it and not all. And it doesn't cost 200 to 300 naira to get 5,000 naira. How does stopping banks from selling mint notes to agents who end up selling them at parties trying to frustrate anyone rather than selfish people that will end up selling 700,000 for 1 million naira at parties? Please calm down. Government is not always wrong. Last one on this story says, what's the reporting channel? I want to report my bank. Next on what's trending, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has asked the public to disregard reports of its chairman Mahmoud Yakubu's death. On Saturday, a statement by the Chief Press Secretary to the INEC chairman, Rotimi Oyekanmi, said Yakubu is alive. The clarification was necessitated following reports that the INEC chairman had died in London. The statement partly reads, our attention has been drawn to a fake news narrative circulated by a section of social media claiming the purported death of the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, at a London hospital. The story first appeared on Monday, 9th December 2024. We hereby appeal to the public to disregard the rumor. Professor Yakubu is alive, hale and hearty. In fact, he has not traveled to London in the last 2 years. The Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, Brigadier General Yushewu Ahmed, has advised corps members to stop thinking of relocating back to their communities, emphasizing that life does not end there. Ahmed stated this when he visited the NYSC Temporary Orientation Camp in Kaduna on Friday and addressed corps members of the 2024 Batch C Stream 1. The NYSC boss urged the corps members to find a home anywhere they were posted to, emphasizing the importance of adapting to new environments. Ahmed emphasized that the corps members must find a sense of belonging wherever they were posted, stating that such a mindset was crucial for a successful service year. He believes embracing new experiences and being open to change can lead to personal growth and development. The NYSC boss urged the corps members to focus on making a positive impact in their host communities and encourage them to be proactive and seek opportunities to contribute to the development of their host communities. Now reacting, one Chidox Flash wrote, "It depends on where you're posted. There are places you'll be posted to. No matter what you do, it will never be home." Next comment says, "Find a home with 33K. At the end of the service, they spend more than they were given." Last one on this story is from one Kenny Nasser, and it says, "The program has outlived its usefulness and the purpose has been defeated long ago. House rent in some states is 4 times the total allowance for the whole year." Next on what's trending, Nigeria has serviced its debt to the International Monetary Fund with not less than $1.22 billion over 9 months, data from the Debt Management Office's External Debt Service report has shown. The payments were made as part of principal repayments for 3 consecutive quarters from the fourth quarter of 2023 to the second quarter of 2024. The breakdown of the payments shows that $401.73 million was paid in the fourth quarter of 2023, followed by $409.35 million in the first quarter of 2024 and $404.24 million in the second quarter of 2024, amounting to a total of $1.22 billion. As a result of these repayments, Nigeria's debt to the IMF has decreased significantly, dropping from $3.26 billion as of June 2023 to $1.16 billion by June 2024. Now responding to that, a netizen wrote, "At least this is the first time I am hearing that Nigeria paid back loans since them don't burn me. Commendable if it's true." Next one is from one Luis Davido, and it says, "That's why Naira can never gain strength. We keep borrowing and looting and repay back in hard currency without no profits nor any capital projects that will bring back those money." The next is from one Afo Chibundu Augustine. "Okay, proceed to borrow $150 billion. Let's go on a quick break. We're back in no time. Do stay with us. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, you're watching Newsfeed on Trust TV. Leader of the UK Conservative Party, Kemi Badenoch, in an interview, has narrated her ordeal with the Nigerian police, saying it was negative. She added that the police stole her brother's shoes and watch. Let's take a look.
Do you trust the British police?
I do. But remember, my experience with the police in Nigeria was very negative. And coming to the UK, my first experience with the police was very positive. The police in Nigeria would rob us. So when people say, "Oh, I had this bad experience with the police because I'm black and they're white," I was like, well, I remember the police stole my brother's shoes and his watch.
His shoes?
Yeah, they took his shoes and his watch. It's a very poor country, so people do all sorts of things, and giving people a gun is just a license to intimidate. But that's not the bar we should use for British police. Obviously, it should be much higher. But my experience was so positive. When I was burgled, for example, the police were there, very helpful. They eventually caught the person. This is 2004, so 20 years ago. The police did catch criminals, and now we've given them too much to do, in my view. So the police are the first line of defense for everything, and I think that burden makes it a lot harder for them to actually do the basics, and that's another thing that we need to look at.
Let's talk about some of the...
Now to the reactions. The first one says, "It's a very poor country," in quotes. "Look at the phrase that our sister is using to describe us." Next reaction says, "My uncle was killed in an accident on Falmore Bridge. The policeman stole his phone. My dad's friend's son got kidnapped. The first officers deployed to the scene. One of them stole his phone and gave it to his wife. They tracked it to the officer's house." Last reaction on the story says, Kemi, you think you'll sell your people cheap and expect the buyers to trust you? You lie, my dear. Nigeria's representative at the Mr. International 2024 concert has beat every other contestant to win the crown. The 16th edition of the Mr. International pageant held at the Island Hall, Fashion Island in Bangkok, Thailand on December 14, 2024. This edition featured 47 men from around the globe vying for the position of Mr. International. Mr. Nigeria Nwajagu Samuel clinched the crown, making history. He was crowned by his predecessor, Kim Titisan Goodburn of Thailand at the end of the event. Nwajagu is the first Nigerian and the first African to win the Mr. International title. Now reacting, creative Oliver wrote, South Africans and Ghanaians go think saying a film trick. Next one says, Nigerians aren't playing this year. Next one says, history has been made today. Massive congratulations, dear, and congratulations, Nigeria. Still celebrating Nigeria, a police officer, Corporal Juliet Chukwu, won the Bantamweight Championship in Johannesburg, South Africa. The feat was announced on Saturday in a statement by the Nigeria Police Force. According to the statement signed by the NPF's Public Relations Officer, ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, he said her wins highlights the growing prowess of Nigerian athletes on the global stage and reinforces the force's commitment to excellence in all areas of sports. The statement partly reads, a Nigeria police force under the leadership of the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Adeolu Ebetokun, has once again earned another outstanding honor and made the nation proud as one of its own. Corporal Juliet Chukwu clinches the Bantamweight Championship title in an exhilarating display of skill and determination at the prestigious Extreme Fighting Championship EFC 119 held in Johannesburg, South Africa. Now to the reactions. The first one is from one Chika Berry and it says, policewoman won us our first Olympic gold medal. It be like na damn strong pass for the police force. Next one is from one Obiora Okon. Please, you people should guide her home. I don't trust these South Africans. Next one says, big congratulations to her and Nigerians. Now on the foreign scene, South Korean lawmakers on Saturday impeached President Yoon Suk Yeol over his failed martial law bid, with the opposition declaring a victory of the people. The vote took place as hundreds of thousands took to the streets of Seoul in rival rallies for and against Yoon, who launched a failed attempt to impose martial law on December 3rd. With the impeachment, Yoon has been suspended from the office while South Korea's constitutional court deliberates on the vote. The court has 180 days to rule on Yoon's future. Now reacting, someone said, as a conservative, I also believe that impeachment was necessary, and I thought the impeachment motion would likely pass. However, I'm not sure what kind of ripple effects this will create. That said, I strongly believe that most likely candidates from the Democratic Party should never be elected. Their economic pledges had numerous issues, including excessive reliance on populist policies such as unconditional basic income, which I find deeply problematic. Next one says, the most dramatic fall from power. But South Korea always knows how to tame their president. Is he getting time in jail as well? And the last reaction we're taking on the program today is from one V Moses. Congratulations, South Korea. I don't know what he was thinking when he said all that, but I'm glad you guys are doing something about it, to getting him out of office, to putting someone in that's going to help your country. And that's a wrap on the program today. Do also follow us across all our social media platforms for more programs, news, and documentaries. Until next time, goodbye.